Hi there. I've been missing in action for a few weeks. Sorry about that. I try to do one once a week, and I've kind of dropped the ball. Things are going on. I'm going to do something a little different this time. A good friend of mine, I started this, said, why don't we do an episode called Baking with Butch? Chris, my buddy Chris, said, why don't you do that? And I've had a few people email me asking me, well, if my name's Cletus, why am I wearing an apron that says Butch? Now, some of you know the story, some of you don't. So here's the story real quick, right? So I was named after my grandfather. It's my father's father, who died 6 months before I was born, so I never got to meet him. So that picture was actually taken in Acapulco in 1947. He caught a big sailfish. Anyways, so I'm named after my father's father. Now, my grandmother, my mother's mother, she couldn't stand the name, right? And she said I didn't look like a Cletus or something like that. And and she was quite the little devil. She was, matter of fact, her father called her Peanut, was her nickname growing up. So, anyways, so at 6 months old, she nicknamed me Bosco, but it turned to Butch. So I don't know. She said I don't look like a Cletus. I don't know what that meant. So I went ahead, and I've had two names my whole life because my parents and everybody at home called me Butch, but when they sent me to Catholic school, they demanded everybody at school to call me Cletus. So I've had two names my whole life, which is great for the law, court cases, jealous husbands and boyfriends. It's worked really well. But it also comes with some problems. Like when I would, you know how we all learn to spell our names before we go to school, right? So here I am in first grade, and I'm sitting there, and we all like spelling our names, and I go C-L-E-T-U-S, Butch. Come here, sir, we got a problem. So that's when I started realizing that I have two names, and that's the way it's going to be. So we're going to do Baking with Butch, kind of. So a few months back, about 3-4 months ago, my wife had a birthday, so I was going to make a birthday cake for my wife. But my wife, I was going to make a birthday cake for my wife. And, that's not my wife. Okay, so I was going to go ahead and make a birthday cake for my wife and surprise her with it. And I'd never made a birthday cake before. I'd made sheet cakes, but I was going to do a double layer birthday cake, right? It was be really, that's not my wife. Here we go. There's my wife, right there, right? Everybody's saying, she said, people at work and that, they go, she's really smart. What is she doing with you? Has she figured it out yet? I'm grateful she hasn't figured it out yet. So, anyways, I made her a birthday cake. So what happened was, those people who do know me, I have ADD, dyslexia, OCD. I'm a frickin' alphabetical nightmare. I either skim the directions or make them up as I go along. So I had my two cooking pans here to make the cake, and so I read the box. And I got a little confused, and so I put all of the cake batter into one pan. And I said, oh, shoot, I guess I needed another box for the other pan, and I've only got a couple hours. Who stole my watch? I've only got a couple hours before Lisa comes home. So I put this in the oven. Not a problem. The timer goes off. I go to look into the pan, and it's like a lava pit. On the outside, everything's done, and it's kind of flowing over, but in the middle is just raw cake dough. And I go, uh-oh. And once again, I got a couple hours before she goes home. So, me being as smart as I am, grabbed the second pan, and I scooped the lava cake dough into the other pan, put it in. And I'm going, you know what? This will work out. It may not be exactly the same, but I can take that smaller piece, put it in the crater that was created by the lava mess because I cooked it wrong. guess I'm supposed to put one box into two things. So that's what I did. So that got done. I took it out. I went to put it on the cooling rack and let it cool for a little bit. And then I went ahead and I got a sheet to put it on, right? So that I could decorate it. Well, that's also where it started coming to problems because it didn't quite fit right, and it ended up a little like this. So I'm like, okay, now it's about an hour or so before she comes home. It's not exactly 2 layers, but I got it kind of there. So I go, I can make this work. I can make this work. You know what I'm going to do? What is like glue? Frosting, and frosting's like glue. So I went ahead, frosted it up, pushed it together as much as I could, and said, well, that's as best as it's going to be, and this is how cooking or baking with Butch came out for her birthday. I put little dollops with the frosting, and I frosted the whole thing up and put her age on there. And then, of course, the spatial relations of trying to do the letters for her birthday didn't work out. So you can see it says, happy birthday, and then I had to turn the cake and put Lisa. So I would probably say that this will be our only episode of Baking with Butch, and we'll be going back to Cooking with Cletus very shortly. So send me some emails at cookingwithcletus at gmail.com. Send some recipes. Gloria sent me a recipe for a few recipes. Gula something. I have no goulash. It's a goulash. It looks like some type of thing. And as you know me, I'm not going to make this beforehand. We'll do it together the first time and see what the hell happens. Well, I found in my mom's recipe book this thing for sweet and sour chicken. Also, I was sent a brisket recipe, so we'll give that a shot. And who knows? We'll see what comes up. So stay healthy, stay safe, and I will talk to you next week when I have some recipe that I will do cooking with Cletus. Have a good day.